Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Now it has been a hot minute since I've been able to sit down and film. As I mentioned in my last couple videos, I was gone, my grandma passed away, and then once I got back everything was so hectic. The internet was down, I couldn't find my battery for my camera. Time slipped away, so I'm so sorry. So I'm finally back. I think now that I'll be able to get on a more strict filming and uploading, but today I decided to do a first impression video. Now yesterday I was at Sephora and I picked up the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation and the concealer. Now I've heard a lot of reviews on the concealer. Everybody and their mother loves this concealer and raves about it, but the foundation I really haven't seen or heard much about it. I remember when it first came out and it had very few shades, and I tried it on and it wasn't the right undertone. It looked awful on me, so I didn't get it. But as I went back yesterday, she informed me, the girl at the Sephora told me that they came out with a lot of new shades and this one seemed to match me really well and I really was curious about it. So this foundation retails for $40 US at Sephora and the concealer retails for $29. Now I'm going to read on the back. It has a ton of little description as to what this does, so I'm going to read it. It says, it feels like wearing nothing at all, yet naked skin transforms complexions. Skin looks natural, illuminated, and bright, like the beautiful skin you were born with. Weightless and virtually invisible, this revolutionary paraben-free formula creates a flawless demi-matte finish. Light diffusing spheres make you look professionally retouched. It's the ultimate in ultra definition. It's infused with Matrixyl 3000, a powerful anti-wrinkle peptide, a protective brightening lichiderm, antioxidant green tea, vitamins. This makeup loads the skin with nourishing ingredients. So when I went there, I explained to her that I have very dry, patchy skin, and all of the foundations lately on me just kind of cakes up, it wrinkles, it clings to dry patches, and it looks like I'm wearing foundation, and she recommended this one. Now as far as the concealer, the claims on the box says, it's a liquid concealer like no other, covers imperfections without looking covered up. Our weightless high-tech formula provides buildable, even coverage with an invisible naked skin feel, and it never settles into fine lines. Now when I read that, well, I was gonna buy it anyways because I've heard so many reviews on it. When they said that was the most. I have just hereditary wrinkles underneath my eyes. I'm 21, but I already have the lines, and it just, like, all the foundation typically creases and just accentuates those lines. And so when I heard about both of these foundations, they seem to be very skin-friendly foundations. So let's get started. Starting off, I already moisturized using my new First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream. Really like this stuff. And so I moisturize on that. I'm going to do these without primer because on my skin, typically using primer or not using primer, it never really affects it, and I want to see how it does just on my skin. So on one side I'm going to use my Real Techniques buffing brush, and on the other side I'm going to use my sponge. Opening it up, this is what it looks like. Now the packaging of it, I think it's beautiful, but it's not really travel friendly. It's 1 fluid ounce, but it's so big, it's like the size of my hand. So for traveling wise, it's not very compact. Where you take, for instance, my Makeup Forever Matte Velvet, it's the same product, but it's literally half the size, if not more. So that's the only downside I would say is the packaging so far. So as you can tell, the consistency of it is pretty watery. She did mention to me that it is a water-based foundation. So starting off with my buffing brush. Oh wow. Snap. So starting off, that was a very sheer level, but it covered up some of the acne scars, leaving out the redness. My skin, it doesn't look like I'm wearing foundation, but at the same time it really evened it out. And that is just with one sheer coat, and I feel like for one sheer coat that has a ton of coverage. So I'm going to quickly see if that builds up. Yeah, even feeling it, it does not, you know how when you have a foundation and it almost like you can feel it? It doesn't really feel like I'm wearing, like when you touch my skin, it does not feel. So let me see if I can build that up. Okay, wow. So that right there is two coats, but there was such light that I'd honestly almost say that was one. And as you can tell, it has evened out my skin tone, my redness, it's covered up my acne scars. Wow, okay. On the next side, I'm going to use my sponge. That is both sides on. It looks really good. It didn't cover this pimple, but honestly most foundations with me don't. It is a pretty large zit, so I wasn't really fully expecting. It did cover it pretty well. Looking at my skin, doesn't really cover my under eye circles, but I use concealer, that's why I'm going to use the one that I got now. It looks like skin, honestly. It doesn't look too dewy, and it does not look too matte. It just looks kind of like what my normal skin is, my skin texture is. Both sides applied great. I would say that it slightly uses a little more product using the sponge because it is such a water based. I feel like this really does absorb the product, but again, it's not too noticeable, if that makes sense. It's not going to break your bank if you decide to use it. Looking at it up super close, it's not settling into any fine lines. It really up close does not look like I'm wearing any foundation at all, which is amazing. Okay, so moving on to the concealer. Okay, first of all, before I forget, in the foundation I used 0.5, the shade 0.5, and in concealer I'm in the Fair Neutral. Now in the foundation it's this typical 1 fluid ounce, and in the concealer it is the 5 milliliters or the 0.16 fluid ounce. So there's not a lot of product in this concealer, which is a bummer, but we'll see how it does. So those are both eyes done with the concealer. As you can tell, it instantly brightens. It makes me look more awake. It just makes me look more put together. But when you're really looking it up close, I've got a big mirror right here. It doesn't look like at all like I'm wearing foundation. When I use my other foundations, inevitably it looks like you're wearing foundation. When you put on concealer, it looks like you're wearing concealer. But with this, it isn't. Right now it is 9:42 a.m. I'm going to 9:43 now. I'm going to slightly set this with a powder, and I'm going to go finish my makeup, and then I'll be right back to give you more of my in-depth review. I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, it is now 10 on the dot. It is set really nicely. I did set with a light powder underneath my eyes and just where my bronzer and blush went, just because sometimes it gets really patchy. If not, other than that, I left it a go, and that makes me nervous because I'm gonna last the whole day without it, and my forehead sometimes gets super shiny, so we'll see how it goes. But so far, I really like how it looks, so I will check back in a couple hours, and I will see you in a bit. Bye, guys. Hey guys, welcome back. It is now 2:22, so it has been about 4 hours and 20-ish minutes since I applied the foundation, and you know, it's really still looking pretty good. It's after 4.5 hours, and I think that's amazing. I will check up with you guys at the end of the night. I have a lot of activities I'm going to be doing today, so we'll see how well they hold up. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and I'm sorry for the lighting. I'm using a lamp. I don't have my studio lighting up right now, so I don't know if you can fully see it, but it is now the end of the day. It's 8:50 p.m. So it's been on a little over 11 hours, and holy, I can't even explain to you how impressed I am with this foundation. Nowhere on the claims does it say it's long lasting, and normally foundations don't last on me, but this one for some reason has just, without a primer, has really lasted nicely. You can still see my bronzer, my blush, and my highlight. That is always a key if it's a good foundation. My concealer is still in place. It didn't crease, it didn't cake. I look natural still. Obviously my forehead is a little bit shiny, but I didn't set it. Normally I would I always set my T-zone, and this I did not use any setting powder other than underneath my eye. It is a little expensive. It's $40, but honestly, if you're wanting a natural foundation that makes you look like you're not wearing makeup but gives you the perfect coverage and lasts all day, I highly recommend this. It is, I am completely sold on this. This is going to be my go-to product. I'm extremely stoked about this, but I just want to end that off. So I'm going to end this with some pros and some cons. The only two cons, I think. No. The only con that I have is the packaging. It's really bulky and it's not travel friendly. But the pros that I have are it goes on easy. You don't need a primer. It lasts all day. It looks seamless. It just makes you look airbrushed, like it's literally, it's true when it says that it's ultra definition, because this is just, I am amazed by it. So anyways, now I'm gonna go take off my makeup because I'm so tired and I want to go to bed even though it's 9 because I'm lame. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and comment down below any products you'd like me to review and if you like this review. Also, I will try to be uploading some more videos in the near future. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.